the door. It's a losing game, it's a losing game. But this time it's more than another lot of war. This ain't the same, this ain't the same. They say love heals all, it makes it all alright. In time, my heart still feels the breaking, but you make my world so bright. It feels so right, it feels so right.
So I recorded one of these yesterday, and to be honest I haven't even edited it yet. Usually at this stage it'd be uploaded so I'd know exactly what was on yesterday's episode, you know, but as it stands today, my computer was proper gash yesterday. Crashed like 3 times in a row, which is not a good sign, is it? If it's crashing while it's trying to load up, you know, that's its last legs right there. On the plus side, I found the fireflies footage that I was talking about on a previous episode, so there's that. And if you want to know how my break from social media is going, like I say, I went on yesterday. I went on for a very specific reason, but then when I got on, just like what always happens when you get on social media, I got totally distracted, and it was only when I set off on my dog walk, that's the wind that's making that noise, it was only when I set off on my dog walk that I realised that I hadn't done the very thing that I went on Facebook to do, which was to check out about the Azora trip. Azora 2017. Right, if you don't know what Azora is, I'm going to have to leave a link in the description. Well, I've got to go back onto Facebook anyway, so as I'm uploading this video, that's the perfect time to like go find the information, and I'll just link it in the description. Give me a reason to go back on. My eyes look tired, it's because I am. So obviously there was the messages from people, and I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I only just turned my mobile on. Well, it depends what I upload from yesterday's footage. You may or may not realise I do edit this a little bit. I talk some absolute bullshit sometimes. You've got a right bloopers reel coming in the future. So depending on exactly what it was that I said, which I can't really remember, you may or may not already know that I only turned my mobile phone on like yesterday, so, or it might have been the day before. The point is, I didn't get any of my messages until like the 5th of January. And it was a bit sad reading a couple of them, because a couple of them was like expecting me to get in touch immediately, and that's always been my issue with text messaging. You know, if you want me immediately, you've got to ring me, because I'm not going out of my way to text you as if it's a phone call. Do you know what I mean? Like, fuck that shit. If you send me a message, I'll read it in my own time and I'll respond to it in my own time. That's the whole point of it being written down. You know, the fact that it's written down and it's sent instantly, the fact that it's sent instantly is fuck all to do with it. You don't know when I'm going to receive it. You don't even know if I'm going to receive it. So if you don't ring me, don't expect an immediate response. Sometimes you'll get one, but don't fucking expect it. I'm not your fucking boyfriend. So yeah, it wasn't too bad, to be honest. Actually, it was quite tragic. I turned it on, and the very first thing I saw is that one of my friend's mums has just died, which is fucking awful, isn't it? And also it was 2 people's birthday, so, you know, what do you do? I said my little bit and that, and then I left that feeling a lot more depressed than I did when I turned it on. And you know, I suppose in a way it's good to have this information, but in another way it's kind of fucking depressing, and I could have lived without it. Proper boring, dead, long drawn out blast of wind that just won't end. So if my microphone is picking that up, I really apologise. This camera is supposed to have like a wind reducer, but I don't even see how that could possibly work. You know, wind is just air, and that's what's been picked up by the microphone. It makes perfect sense to me. Or whatever, I don't know. I don't know how these things work. I wish I did, but it's beyond me. Look at it, it's just fucking constant and it's getting worse and I hate wind. It's easy the worst weather. It's just boring and constant. It just has not stopped. Oh my god, it's died down at last. You can tell, can't you, because my hair's gone back to normal. It hurts my ears. Frosty wind hurts my ears, even underneath all this mop. I don't like it. Stupid wind. I mean, what's it done for us lately? I get it, if it wasn't for wind, there would be no life on Earth. But there's life on Earth now. We don't need it anymore. Go away, wind. Oh, it's back. Do you understand what I'm doing right now? I'm literally walking along, talking to myself. I'm kind of using you guys to keep me company, talking about small things, so that I don't go like whirly-bird mental, thinking about deeper things inside my head, you know? So, I should really thank you. Even if you don't exist, if you didn't exist, I'd still have made this video and therefore you still helped, even though you don't exist. So really, this is just a futile attempt to pretend I'm not crazy. Probably thought I'd recovered from the illness, and I haven't at all. I woke up this morning feeling like just groggy, you know. To be fair, I was drinking last night. I couldn't have gone on Facebook sober. Anything could have happened. I had to get a bit drunk. I love it. He's like a proper ancient old dog. And he still runs about, still play fights like a little puppy dog. Oh, he's on the scent, he's on the trail. Good girl. I like it. The marsh. I didn't like it when I first moved here. I thought it looked like, you know, like wasteland. Because the closest thing you've got to marshland in somewhere like Yorkshire is where everybody's made a tip where there wasn't really meant to be a tip. Do you know what I mean? It gets all sort of wastelandy and you get sort of grass like that. You get that kind of effect. You know, covering up old rusted cars and couches and shit like that. But this is actually natural. This is where grass like that's meant to grow. So it took some getting used to, but now that I understand it, just like living in my own wildlife sanctuary, really. Hopefully you heard the woodpecker earlier.
You are still in my mind. The truth is so hard to find. With all the things that's going on, I lost track, I felt so strong. I got you on my mind, but something's been done wrong. Sometimes I've been thinking of what to make of me and my memories. Sometimes I've been thinking of, dreaming of what it could have been besides memories. 'Cause I still need you. Cause I still